We've qualified for the World Cup. Go and compete.
Bienvenido a la PUPcast. Me llamo Adrián y estoy con Connor y Kieran. ¿Cómo estás, hombres? It's español.
Oh, very good.
Muy
Yeah.
bien.
Yeah. Bueno. I think
Buenas
that
noches.
meant that meant along the lines of welcome to the PUPcast. My name is Adrian and I'm with Connor and Kieran. It probably meant nothing near that. Probably meant I'm like bearing Connor and Kieran or something, but
You should ask someone in Spanish, Adrian.
well, I did, but I didn't give the context. So they were like, well, what are you trying to say? And I was like, just like, welcome to the office, you know? Like, how would you say that? And they were like, bienvenido a la oficina or something. And I was like, I hope PUPcast is the same as office.
Who's the Spanish person? Yes.
It's just someone I work with.
Who is she?
Oh,
is she? Just some person I work with.
a senorita.
Senorita, yeah. Because I was like, I went off and I learned me llamo Adrián y no soy un hijo de puta, which means my name is Adrian and I am not a motherfucker. And they were like, well, really good, yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna learn like a phrase a week, and by the end of the year, I should have like 50 phrases. Like that would be amazing.
You could have a conversation with that much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to learn what they would respond with.
That's the thing. And I have Duolingo, but honestly, I've been using it for like 2 weeks, and all I've learned is how to say, I drink water, I eat bread, I eat apples, and I know how to say man, woman, boy, girl. And it just keeps asking me the same questions, and I keep getting it right, and it's like, yay! So I'm like, I'm not going to keep doing this. Like, I know those 5 things now.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
building blocks.
You could. Yeah, that's it. You got the foundations for when it comes about, because if you're learning 50 random phrases, and like Connor said, if someone responds and they're like in Spanish, "Can I get you something from the canteen?" and you're like, "I'm not a motherfucker." Don't know how that will fit in.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I think you kind of pick up things though. Like, I mean, if you ask someone something and they say no, you're pretty confident that that's a no. What gets me is that you means me, or yo, sorry, but it's like yo, but that's so close to you, and it means me or I or something. I'm not demonstrating things very well tonight, lads, but I'll be using muchos español throughout the noches. So
Yeah. I always
get used.
Yeah, I found Spanish kind of intimidating as a language to try to learn. Not that I ever did try, but just because when you hear people talking in it, they seem to speak so quickly that I'm like, Jesus Christ, even if I knew these words, my brain wouldn't be able to keep up with them as they speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because someone, another friend was like, oh, you need to learn no lo necesita ahora. And I was like, I need to learn what? They're like, no lo necesita ahora. And I was like, you need to fucking break that down for me, because I don't speak Spanish. So I'm writing things out phonetically, which is helpful until I go to Spain and there's going to be like signs for things and I won't know what the fuck is going on.
I know what playa means.
What's that?
Beach.
Beach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or
That's what you need, right?
And they have like exclamation marks and upside down exclamation marks at the start of sentences, and I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think it's just their way of doing exclamation marks, but I don't know. I haven't a clue.
I did learn because when I was at work, I was talking to the person I work with, and I was like, I read a really bad curse word, but it didn't give me a direct translation, and it's la concha de tu madre. And she was like, oh yeah, that's like South American Spanish, but that basically means like the cunt of your mother. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll keep that one in the back pocket, but firmly in the back pocket.
I think in French, con is like a really bad curse word, or it means like maybe not a really bad word, but it means like pussy or something. And like
Hmm.
a lot of people would if they call me by a short name, would say Con. I'm like, fuck's
Oh,
sake.
yeah.
If I ever went to if I go to France, are they just laughing at my name? Like,
Probably.
yeah. I'd be like
Yeah,
Christian Fuchs.
Did we have Spanish as an option in our school?
I don't think we did.
I don't
no, we
remember
didn't. We got kind of stitched up in our school. We only had French really as a
Yeah.
language. I
Yeah.
don't even think there was German as an option, was there?
I don't think so,
so.
no, because I would have done that.
No. Yeah, same. That's what I mean. Is that I thought that was really unfair that
Yeah.
back then, I don't know if it's the same, but like you needed the language, didn't you, to get
Mm.
college,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
had one choice.
I know. My sister did
And
German, and I remember just thinking how much easier it seemed than French. And I was like, fucking hell. I wish I was doing
yeah,
that.
yeah, same, same. I would have done definitely would have done German, and like I remember French clashed with like ag science, which I definitely would have done, funnily enough, because it seemed like it was kind of interesting and easy to score points in.
Yeah.
Things could have been so different. Like I could have been a German speaking
Mm.
artificial cow inseminator or something.
Some last weekend was with the lads, and they mentioned remember how Aisling Lavagna came over from Italy, like just mainly speaking Italian, and went straight into the higher level English class and scored like the highest on the test in the class on an English test.
Yeah. We were a bunch of sickos.
Yeah,
Like,
the rest of us just sitting there like fucking hell.
yeah, yeah. I had to like me and her would sit in Irish class together because she was exempt from Irish with me too. So we do like homework.
Hmm.
She was doing like her like outside school homework. I guess she was doing like private lessons, like she was doing Spanish and like other things.
Hmm.
Yeah, very clever. Made me feel very small.
Yeah, it's hard when someone speaks like 4 languages not to feel dumb next
Oh
to
yeah.
them, really.
Yeah, I
You know,
know.
even though they're just like brought up like that, but
Yeah, because they can say you're a fucking thicko in like 4 languages. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that was the reason that Rourke, English teacher, you say we should study Irish, is because 10 years from now, when you're riding the subway in New York, you can have a conversation in Irish and no one will know what you're saying and you can insult the person next to you. That was the main reason he gave for like learning Irish.
Well, I'll tell you, I once was abroad with my girlfriend at the time, and we started talking about the couple next to us in Irish. And sure enough, they were like, "Oh, you're from Ireland." We were like, "Oh,
boy.
fuck."
Oh boy.
They were also
Boy.
Irish. We hadn't said much, but we had said enough that they knew we were talking about them.
Cool run.
Yeah. And that was in Rome. What are the odds?
We get all over.
Yeah. But like millions of people in Rome, and the fucking table next to us are 2 Irish people.
What did you say about them?
Oh, I don't know, because I remember struggling to say like the couple, so I was like, the man and woman next to us are. I don't even know what. I think I was saying like it looks like they're not having fun or something stupid like that. Maybe because they were just sat there in silence, you know, that kind of thing.
So when they heard it, they were like, "Oh, thank God, someone understands us."
Yeah. You're
Finally.
miserable too. Nice.
I'd really want to go to Italy, but at the same time, I kind of know it'll disappoint in a way, you know, because it's hyped up a lot in my head. Italy is like my dream place to go. So,
Where in Italy? Rome?
ooh, I don't know, because I know there's like they have a lot of different cultures in Italy. Like the south is a lot different to the north. I think I'd like to go, well, somewhere warm, somewhere on the coast with beaches, Sicily maybe, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I was watching The White Lotus, and I'm like, somewhere like there wouldn't be too bad now. That'd be good.
Yeah,
They have it all figured out. I say
they
that
do.
all the time. The Italians have it all figured out, even though their economy's in the fucking toilet and their football teams are shite. But the
Yeah.
food,
And they got
the
murked by
culture,
COVID.
they did. Yeah. But pizza though.
Mugged by COVID.
Yeah, well, look at our COVID numbers compared to theirs, and
They
let's
got
see
hit
who has it all
first,
figured
though.
out.
Sure, we only did what we did because we saw them loading up trucks full of bodies. Like,
Yeah, all those old Italian people. I guess that's the thing. They do like live long there, don't they?
oh
So
god, the olive oil,
Well, they did.
the wine,
yeah,
the
the
music.
olive oil. Yeah, you rate olive oil way higher than I do.
Oh, I do. Yeah. I'd
You
have
need
olive oil and
lashings of it.
it's number 2 on my list of favorite foods: olive oil and bread, right behind olive oil and butter. No,
Olive oil and butter.
no, shit.
Glug glug, yum yum.
Just pure fat.
Yeah.
Pure fat.
Connor like cardiac arrest at 35. Like
I'm bulking up like I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
if only he had told us he was eating
Mm.
oil with oil.
The fucking coroner's report they just found in my press, it was like nothing but oil and butter.
They had to use like fucking the brown paper, starch paper, to write the fucking report on.
They wrapped me in the sheet, but the sheet went see-through.
Yeah, if you prick Connor, he just bleeds oil.
I don't mix with water.
Very good.
Yes.
We can't top that anyway. Just wrap it up.
Move
Oh, they're
on.
great,
Yeah.
though. Oh, fucking Florence. I'd love to go to Florence. Yeah, that'd be good.
Hmm.
Yeah. I went to the north of Italy, went to Milan, Verona,
Mm.
is it Lake Garda as well?
Oh, yeah.
It's nice. It's a lovely area. Milan's a city, you know. Oh, I went to Venice. That's kind of cool. But
Oh, yeah.
apparently it's like getting like it's sinking lots now, so it's stinky and shit. So
Oh, yeah.
probably best to go south.
Well, the good news is they're well prepared for it to sink. Life wouldn't change too much for them.
No, in fairness, it's kind of their like reason for being.
Yeah,
So,
honestly, if any city in the world had to sink, it'd have to be Venice, because, like, happy out.
yeah. It's still pretty crazy the concept of them actually a lot of it being like propped up by like rotten wood.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
bizarre. Like, I still can't get over it. Like,
It's like there's so much fucking land in the world. Like, just go somewhere else.
I know. It's so strange.
Yeah. A lot of the good land is claimed, though. Like, you know,
Ah, yeah, but you know, elbows out. Get a bit more for yourself.
you can't just turn up to Krakow and be like, "All right, lads, this is
Hmm.
ours now."
Yeah.
Well,
What's
many
funny is,
people
like,
did that.
yeah, they did. Best buddies, the Nazis and the Soviets, just like working together. What a tag team that was. That's how fucking
there's-
unlucky Poland were. Like,
Kind of derelict, isn't there? Like it's just desert. Isn't like
Yeah.
90% of Australia just useless?
yeah,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
need to do something about that. Look at the
Move Venice there.
Saudis. Look at what the Saudis are doing, building massive skyscrapers in the middle of the desert. Australia needs to do that. Impress us, you know. Get your dicks
Yeah.
out.
And then buy Brighton or something.
Imagine Brighton owned by Australia.
Australia. Yeah,
The Australian government just taking a U-turn and being like, "All right, fuck it, right, got to get the war crimes up. Gotta start beheading people.
Mm.
Gotta fit the status quo."
You call that a striker? And so on.
But yeah, no, move Venice to somewhere drier with less water, and it'd be lovely.
What's funny is, like, Venice was probably one of the richest cities in the world for most of history. Makes you wonder how bad the roads were everywhere else, that the richest city in the world was just a load of canals. It was easier to get around in canals on boats than it was on the fucking ground.
Yeah, I'd say I know it's a big period of time, but I'd say the Dark Ages, fucking grim. You wouldn't last a fucking
Oh,
day
I'd imagine
there.
so, yeah.
Be hard going.
Pretty hard going, starving to death, high chance of being murdered.
Yeah.
Rampant disease, and pretty dark. Like not good.
Yeah, and Mongolians running around the place. It's like it's hard to believe we survived at all, really.
Yeah, we're survivors. Like we're warriors.
We
Warrior
are.
genes.
We are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Can you imagine just waking up in the morning, opening your curtains, and just seeing like 30,000 Mongolians ready to like invade and pillage?
I just shut the curtains again.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
I'd
back to bed.
join them. Like always join the winner. No, do a pep on
You'd slot right in there, would you?
it.
Up on the
Every man has
horse.
his price.
Every- Didn't take much convincing.
Sorry, family.
Was it Genghis Khan was the Mongolian guy?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, some guy. Isn't
Oh,
there
yeah.
some weird fact that like most of the world is related to him or something bizarre like that?
Yeah, some huge proportion are like direct descendants of him.
Yeah, we got a bit of him in us.
There you go now.
I'd say Ireland are one of the few places where we're unlikely to have a lot of Mongolianness.
Yeah, we're pretty far away.
Island, yeah, island.
Yeah, they never got as far as
Island
us.
genetics, right? Yeah, a lot of islands have very unique genetics because of the isolation and stuff.
Yeah,
Bit of-
instead we've no Genghis Khan DNA, we just have like incestuous DNA. Going back.
Farmers.
Yeah, farmer
Farmers and
DNA.
Vikings. Yeah.
Load of Viking, actually. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
More
Should've paid
Viking
off.
than then. Mm-hmm. Paid off, wait.
Flying it now.
We are actually. It took us a while.
We took our lumps.
We took our lumps, and then after we had taken our lumps and got independence, we turned the keys to the country over to the Catholic Church and took
And they
more
took
lumps.
their lumps.
Yeah, more lumps at our own doing, and well, we made it now. We made it in the good times.
Yeah, it was the right thing to do at the time, you know? If we
It
lived
was a
back
silent
then,
time.
we'd have said, obviously we want God on our side. Obviously.
Yeah.
It was an educated
Yeah.
decision at the time.
We took a
It
calculated
was.
risk.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Some calculator they were using, more like an abacus.
1 to God, 0 to freedom.
Yeah, we only had one.
We weighed up all of the one choice and we decided it's this.
I mean, I'd say there's still a lot of communities in Ireland that are very closed off, though. People talk about going to the fucking Amazon jungle and finding tribes untouched by history. There are places in West Cork and in Kerry, you know, you'd wonder. There's different. It's a different story in some places. Like,
Yeah, so if you drive too slowly through Bandon, there'd be lads coming up with spears and fucking arrows at you.
in Killorglin, they crown the king of the goats every year.
Yeah. What's that thing called? Is that Puck Fair?
The Puck Fair, yeah.
Puck Fair. Fucking hell. Have you been to Connemara?
Yeah, once.
Yeah.
That's destitute enough.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah. It's
Um,
eerie.
Well, yeah, because I went there thinking like, let's go see Connemara, and when you see Connemara,
Yeah.
there's nothing to see, and there's an awful lot of it.
Yeah.
So
That's why that's what,
What
that's
a
why the
brilliant
phrase
sentence.
like
I would highly recommend Rome over Connemara, like 100 times over.
In France, they have a song called "The Hills of Connemara," or no, "The Lakes of Connemara," which is apparently like a standard song, like a popular song that everyone sings at weddings and things. "The Lakes of Connemara," and
Bizarre.
they sing like, "Oh, Sean Kelly and Margaret Qualley and all this stuff," and sing about the
Yeah.
Lakes of Connemara. And we're here like, why would you leave France to go to Connemara?
yeah. Yeah. When you hear like the what was his name? Cromwell threat of like to hell or Connemara, it's like, yeah, Connemara is worse.
Yeah, we'll take hell. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll burn for eternity.
Yeah, there's more
That's
things to do in hell.
This is it. At least
The
you'll
only-
be kept busy.
Oh, I only visited Connemara for the first time last year or was it the year? Not last year. when I went to visit Emma's parents for the first time, and her dad took us on a road trip out an hour or two out through Connemara, driving around Connemara. Yeah, and I was just sitting in the car looking at the mountains and being like, "Yep,
Yep,
Yeah.
they're there."
That's
No,
them.
it was nice. It was a nice enough place.
Yeah,
If he's
you're not
listening,
selling it.
Pete.
Yeah, some fucking shit tour guide you are.
Just cut that bit. Cut that. Just input you being like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It's sorted. 10 minutes left. Holy moly.
Oh Jesus.
That was because it took me 10 minutes to set up. Sorry. Are you gonna watch the Eurovision? Is it on right now? Do you care?
It's on right now. I actually prefer looking at the voting than the songs, because I find it more interesting to see which countries shaft which countries, or which countries get the points.
Yeah, it's good for seeing the political situation of Europe rather than the actual music.
Yeah.
And is there someone we know hosting it? Because it's in Liverpool. Like, is it fucking Gerard or something? That would be class.
Balotelli.
Fabio Barini. And Aquilani.
Oh man. No,
Let's not
I
go
have no
down this
idea.
road. Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't. I would watch Eurovision if it was on, and I'd have no problem with it. But I wouldn't go out my way for it anymore. Maybe if Ireland were ever in it, ever.
Yeah. It peaked when Lordy won it, I think, when we were like mosher teenagers.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hard to come. It's hard to top that. They're lads in like fucking full gear, full cosplay gear, singing hard rock hallelujah. I mean, that's peak.
Iceland had a good one a few years ago as well. I don't know if you remember that one. I forget the name of it, but it was really good. Guy with long hair. It's really good.
I believe you.
I'll look up the name. Talk amongst
York.
yourselves.
Was it Idika Johnson?
It was Eider Gudjon. No, fucking wasn't.
The Iceman.
Iceland Eurovision. Think About Things. Oh fuck, his name is in a different language. I can't say it. Think About Things maybe. Anyway. It's absolute bop.
I remember really wanting an Idgur Johnson Panini sticker in primary school. It was like the only one missing from my collection.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You did well.
I don't think I did.
God, that's miserable. One left.
Honestly, I might even be just making this up in my own mind. There was probably like a whole page missing, which I ripped out and just pretended I had them all. Like no Fulham players.
Yeah, you don't count.
Yeah. Someone post in an Eider Gudjohnson sticker to us, please.
Sure, it's worthless to me now. Send it back in time.
Listen, free sticker. Who's going to say no to a free sticker? Of anything. Send any sticker. I'll take it. I'll fucking use it.
Yeah.
Goats.
We're accepting Connemara, Idika Johnson, and Spanish stickers. Exclusively.
Oh, yeah. Muchos español.
What's Connemara in Spanish?
I'm going to have to look that one up. I don't know.
One for next week. One for next podcast.
One for next week, yeah. No, I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'll have to have a look at more Spanish that I know, because I know a lot more and I'm just panicking when people ask me.
Yeah, try and maybe have like a few sentences or a paragraph insulting Pep Guardiola. That would be really good for us in the podcast.
Okay. Well, he's a hijo de puta.
Yeah.
Pep es, I think it's es, Ez. No, it's not es. Listen, I'm going to have to do this off the podcast because this isn't what people want to hear. I'm sorry. Should we talk about, I don't know, I'm panicking now. Southampton got relegated. Surprise, surprise. Did someone call that at the start of the season? Probably.
Yeah, well, we'll claim
us. Yeah, we did, definitely.
Yeah. and it's about 6 months late coming too, right? I feel like Southampton have been relegated all year.
They've been poor, and it's a bit embarrassing that Bazunu is the cause of half of their problems. But we'll say nothing. He'll have a chance to learn in the Championship now.
The very strong links with him being signed as first team keeper for Palace next year.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
no need to learn in the Championship. Back up,
Yeah.
back into the Premier League.
Back for some lumps.
Oh, he'll take some more lumps, all right, yeah.
Fucking lumps,
Because
yeah.
who's the Palace keeper, or was he injured or something?
So
Guaita?
it's Guaita, yeah, would have been
Oh,
the
yeah.
starter coming into this year. Then we had Butland. Butland went on loan and he's going to leave. His contract is up.
Good riddance.
Johnston is starting now. I think, apart from Guaita, I think Johnston and Butland's contracts are up. So I don't know. Guaita's been great, but he's not been very good in the last year or so. So I'd be happy with someone else coming in. Whether it's your man, not sure I'm very pleased about that, but sure, look, bit of a connection, something to be proud of, you know.
Yeah. And you're safe now, right?
Oh, safe as houses. It was never in doubt, really, was it?
Well,
Not since Roy came back.
Ah, God, yeah. I don't know. Did you see the overlap? Gary Neville and Roy Hodgson, it's like two of my favorite people in the same room. Oh, it was heaven.
Yeah, I bet. He's just talking about like managing Inter, and he was like, I had no effect on them whatsoever.
Literally, yeah. And he's like, there's no questions about like the modern player, how they're different. And he's like, I've no idea what the modern players are up to these days. I wouldn't be recommending it, but it works. It's like Roy Hodgson just like potters around these offices in these clubs and just
Yeah.
doesn't really do anything.
He's got a bit of a Joe Biden feel to him, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's fucking senile. Like, he's very old.
He is very old. He's too old to be in the job he's in, but fucking hell, it's working.
Yeah.
Whatever dots he's putting on the board that resonates with the lads.
Yeah. Fucking Joe Nayu's inheritance is just stacking up by the month. Fair play.
I wanted to ask, it was more relevant last week, but Harry Kane, I think, matched Rooney in terms of goals in the league.
legend.
Mhm.
I was wondering if you thought Harry Kane is better than Wayne Rooney.
Oof.
Hmm,
Straight out.
I do,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Moving on.
End.
Yeah, but Kieran, do you agree?
I think I enjoyed Rooney as a player more. I think he was more of a wild card. Whereas like Kane's really boring, but like you can't argue the records Kane has and the impact Kane has. And I think he gets a hard time
Yeah.
unfairly.
In a worse team than Rooney, a way worse team.
Yeah, imagine
That's-
Rooney
that's true.
at Spurs for his whole career.
Fucking hell,
It's a
right?
good point. It's a good point. It's the same, I think, though, with the Shearer record. He did that with very mixed Newcastle teams. You know,
Yeah.
so I think if Kane matches and surpasses that record, I think it's a very even comparison. When it's like Haaland and stuff too, it's like I mean, you just wonder what like Shearer would have done in a quality team like that, or what Kane would do in that City team.
I know.
There's always those doubts.
Fucking Kane is getting on now. Like what is he, 29? He doesn't have that long left either.
Yeah.
Well, we don't.
No.
I mean, he could go for a while. Like Rooney was nearly finished at 29.
Yeah, yeah. I think that Kane will actually play for a lot longer because I think he even now sits really deep, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't do as much running as he used to. I reckon he'll drop back into a bit of a Luka Modric role on it.
It's funny
My-
that that's what happened to Rooney was he dropped deeper and deeper as he got older
Mhm.
and ended up being like a midfielder, a central midfielder at the end.
Yeah, yeah. Makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense if you can keep the kind of ball control and the quality. If you just don't have the legs, you're not fast. It's probably a good place to play, isn't it, in the middle of the park?
What pisses me off is when people say, "Oh, but Wayne Rooney wasn't a goal-scoring striker." It's like, yeah, he
Yeah, he
was.
was.
Yeah, of course he fucking was. Look at his numbers. They're just not as good as Harry Kane's. So Harry
Yeah.
Kane is a better striker.
Harry Kane probably a better playmaker as well.
Cool.
I just think people are unfair on Harry Kane. I don't know what he does to anyone to make them so angry at him.
Swears
like-
on his daughter's life and breathes through his mouth.
Oh no, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. He did swear on his daughter's life that he scored a goal against Stoke. I mean, in hindsight,
Yeah, okay.
bad,
All right.
bad move.
Yeah, but sure, everyone gets you get one bad move, right? I mean, Rooney was shagging nans and like fucking beating people up.
That's true. I
Getting
mean,
knocked
Harry
out by
Kane,
Phil Bardsley.
Yeah, he did.
Harry Kane is 10 times the guy Rooney ever was. But yeah, actually, you know what? I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
No more to say, really, is there?
No.
Imagine
Unanimous.
he goes to United. I mean, to me, he shouldn't do that, because if he's leaving Tottenham at this point, I'd nearly respect him if he stayed at Tottenham. As bad as Tottenham are, it's like, fine, sure, you never won anything. Just you stayed with Tottenham your whole career, fine. If he leaves to join a team to win trophies, fair enough. Again, sure, you're the best striker and one of the best strikers in the league now with Haaland, but you've been the best striker in the league for fucking going on 10 years, and you haven't a single thing to show for it. I have no problem if you wanted to win something. But to go to United, like, that makes no sense. Sure, you're just going to be in the same spot you are now with Spurs, not winning anything, but you're not going to have what would you say? The achievement of at least having done it with Spurs rather than having gone to a big team. Like, you stuck it out with Spurs. So I think it'd be fucking insane if you went to United.
Mm-hmm. And United have an amazing ability, a bit like Chelsea, of being able to make like really good players really bad really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Haywood.
I mean,
Kane
look
would
at
either
how.
go what?
Yeah. Sorry.
You're probably going to say the same thing. He's either going to go one way or another, but he'd probably end up like a Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah. I mean, sure, even look at Varane and Casemiro, how they dropped off a cliff this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ronaldo,
Looking-
Di
Ronaldo,
Maria,
Di Maria.
Falcao.
Yeah.
If you look at the pictures of Casemiro and Varane just before they joined United, and
Yeah.
look at them now, it's
Yeah.
like Barack Obama after his 2 terms
Yeah.
in office.
Yeah. I know. And the Europa League is their Afghanistan.
They've done 2 tours.
Yeah, it would be a mistake. But then I don't know, like City won't want him. He can't go to Arsenal. Liverpool won't want him.
Could go to Arsenal.
Well,
Imagine that.
Sol
Imagine he
Campbell?
went to fucking Arsenal.
that would be
Oh my
amazing.
god.
Well, if Arsenal win the league and put in like a massive bid for him, he definitely would say no. He definitely would join
Childhood Arsenal fan.
Champions League football.
Champions League
Yeah.
football confirmed.
Confirmed, exactly.
No
No
fucking
doubt.
playoffs.
No. You'll have
Straight in.
Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus to literally just put it on a plate for him.
It's a tempting project.
Mm,
God, yeah. That's a FIFA save.
yeah, I can only see him going to United, if I'm honest. And because I was thinking of it, and I was like, oh, if he goes to United, he's going to be so good, and they're going to get so good. But that's what I thought when Ronaldo went back, and we all know how that turned out.
Mm.
Bad.
Yes. Yeah. It's true. I hope he stays at Spurs.
I know. If he had a couple of years ago, if him signing a new contract says Spurs, I'd be laughing at him, and I did laugh at him when he did that, because like, you're not going to win anything. But now it's like, you've stuck it out this long, so don't jump ship now. You missed the chance, really, unless
did. I think
you're going to Bayern. If you were going to Bayern Munich or someone, we're guaranteed to win something. Don't do it.
It's true. Haaland probably ruined Kane's chances of a decent transfer, to be honest. Because before Haaland became a possibility for City, it was Kane to City.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unlucky.
Unlucky.
Time waits for no one,
Unlucky.
Harry.
One of the unluckiest careers of all time.
Yeah, and he had to play for Millwall too. That's as bad as it gets.
Mm. Second only to maybe like Gerrard.
I know. It's a shame that like after being such an amazing player, Jared is looked back on with pity. Really.
Yeah, but at least he has his Champions League. You know,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. At
Kane
least
has
he has that.
nothing.
He has nothing.
Nothing.
Did you hear Mark Noble interviewed and he was asked the Lampard scolds Gerrard thing?
No.
No.
He said Gerrard.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he says Mark Noble.
Thomas Suek.
In the third person, yeah.
He
No,
said
he,
Gerrard.
Yeah, he went through them and he was like, God, Scholes like just controlled the play and like best passer of the ball, blah 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 blah. He was like playing against him. He was just so hard because you press him and he just pop it off and then get it back, and you press him and he pop it off, and like after a while you just give up. And then he said Lampard was so hard because you think you'd have him, and then the ball would come into the 18-yard box and he'd smash it in. And he was like so hard to play against. But he was like, Gerrard, I played probably against him more, and
Yeah.
he just had everything. He was
Oh.
like, he had everything. He had the passing, he had the shooting, he had the tackling. You could play him anywhere on the pitch, and he'd probably be the best player on the pitch. So he was like, yeah, Gerrard.
Yeah, I was going to say, how fucking many times did he even play against Scholes and Lampard?
God, he was around a while though, wasn't he?
I'm looking him up now. Yeah, no, in fairness, he was around since like probably 2006.
Yeah, he would have played against him a bit, all right.
Right. Because in my mind, he only started really in like 2011, 2012. But
Yeah.
that's when they came back up from the championship.
Yeah, I saw too as well that argument as well. Someone was saying that it is Gerrard because Gerrard was the only player that the other team or the other players' managers wanted to sign. You know, like
Yeah.
United weren't going for Lampard, for example, or whatever. Whereas everyone wanted Gerrard, and Gerrard very nearly joined Chelsea. People tend to forget that, but
We don't let him free.
we won't forget that. Not
Okay.
here on the podcast. We've very long memories.
He nearly joined Chelsea. That means nothing.
He
You
was
know?
at the training ground. He's
Yeah.
having an espresso with Abramovich.
What's the name of
Listen.
the fella from QPR who drove to, was it like Blackburn
yeah.
or someone's
Odin
training ground?
Wingy.
Odin Wingy, yeah. Queen's Park Rangers, yeah.
No, that's pathetic.
Oh my god. And that's all I remember him for.
And he was actually decent. I remember we had just kind of started fantasy football around then, and he was a decent, like, 5.5 million signing
Yeah.
as a
You get
striker
your
if you wanted.
5 to
We
10
didn't do the draft
goals.
at that time. Yeah, a bit like oh man, what was that guy? Shit, he played for Chelsea. I think his name started with R, and he was a small little striker. Shit, I'm gonna have to look it up. I
Sorry,
think he
who?
played for West Brom as well. I can't think of him. He played for Chelsea around 2014, and he signed from someone like West Brom or Newcastle, and I think his name started with R.
Berahino?
No, he was better than him.
He's a striker.
Yeah.
His name
I'm going to
starts
say
with
2013. No.
It starts with R.
I think it might not start with R.
And he came from West Brom to Chelsea.
I think he actually came from Newcastle. Oh, piss. We can
Like
cut this,
Remy?
right?
Oh,
Remy.
yeah, like
Remy.
Mm.
He was exactly like Remy.
Oh,
He'd
yeah.
get you a
Yeah.
few goals, but he was never really that good.
I'm looking him up here. Odin Wing. He was born in fucking Tashkent, Uzbekistan.
Wow.
Yeah, to a
Congratulations.
Nigerian father and a Russian mother. And then he moved from Russia to Nigeria and then back to Russia.
Jesus.
And ended up in Cardiff.
The trifecta.
Yeah. Half
Jeez.
Uzbekistani, half Nigerian. Not a combination you see every day.
No, I didn't know that, but like just even Uzbekistan, it's a pretty big place, but it's not like notable for anything. Like you don't know anyone there. You probably don't know the capital or anything.
Just said
It's kind of just there. But there you go.
Mm.
Odemwingie.
Yeah. Remy did not play for West Brom. He played for QPR, and then was on loan at Newcastle before he went to Chelsea, where he played 32 times and scored 9 goals. And he went to Palace on loan. Would you believe?
I didn't want to say it, but like Remy is a Palace legend, so
He played 5
glad
times
to.
and didn't score.
Yeah, legendary.
Legendary for being shit.
Yes. What a record.
Now he's at Brest, where he hasn't played and hasn't scored.
Ugh. Tell me about it.
Brest.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of Brest, Kieran, you had a massage today. Was
I did.
Was it by a busty lady? By any chance to make that transition work?
Wow.
Just to make it work. Yeah, it was.
Nice.
I did.
Congratulations.
I would strongly recommend that everyone listening and the two of you just drop everything and just book yourself in for a massage. Only good things come from it, you know? Feels like a lot of effort to like either pay for one or arrange one, but there's nothing sweeter, I don't think, than a bit of hot oil, relaxing music, some chimes, and yeah, just getting a good fucking rubbing, you know? Done the job.
And was it tickly?
No.
No. That would be
You
my
kinda-
worry, is they'd like get to like under my arm and I'd start like giggling or something.
They don't. There's certain areas that they don't do, like, you know. It's very much focused on. It depends what you get, but like they focus on. Like you have to fill out forms and stuff most places where you like have to tell them like if you have issues or if there's places you want them to like focus on. Um,
The glutes.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah, yeah,
Get in those glutes, honey.
just the right one.
Honey.
Nowhere else. Yeah, so you kind of you can personalize your experience, like but yeah, they wouldn't do under your arms or anything, like they do your arms, but they do like your kind of your muscles there, nothing in any sensitive areas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I was thinking like my ribs or something about that. Why would they be massaging your ribs?
that's it. And like you face down for 90% of like things you get.
Until the end.
Yeah, well, that's it. Then you flip over and you get the hot oil bit at the end, you know?
Well, right in the face.
Yeah. Pervert.
Yeah, you just went to a chipper.
Olive oil.
Those meds are fucking you up, man.
You're just lying on the counter.
The Russ has never felt so good.
The aromatic candles, just the fucking bacon butties. Like.
Yeah. The chimes from the fucking doorbell when it opens and closes.
Oh, good God.
But no, seriously, treat yourself. Don't beat yourself. Get a good massage in. I got an Indian head massage then to finish it off, which actually involves hair pulling.
An Indian head massage.
Oh yeah, choke it down. Yeah.
That they fucking saw you coming.
You got fucking ripped off anyway. Yeah.
Pulling your hair. It's Indian.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
I could
just
see the money in the
pulling.
wallet, like when you walked in.
It's them dragging me off the fucking chipper counter.
Then you had an Uzbekistani foot massage.
was great though.
Well, I'm
I
glad,
really enjoyed it.
and I hope you feel better in the next few days.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, I've had a rough time of it, so
Yeah.
pampering myself, is number one.
Oh yeah. Self
Up the,
care.
up the fucking self care.
Up to fucking self care.
Self-care. Up the self-care. Up the fucking Uzbekistanis as well.
Yeah.
Up
Throw them in
the
for good measure.
up the fucking español.
Say it in Spanish.
Upe.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Upe.
Upole fuques español.
Oh, it sounds
Probably.
more like
Hey.
fucking Finnish.
I'm
He's
still
bluffing.
learning. I'm learning.
Okay. All right. Next week. I expect you to have this learned by next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up the fucking español. I'll learn that.
God bless.
You've been listening to the Put 'em Under Pressure podcast. To keep up to date with all of our content, give us a follow on Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook. Outro music. Boom.
That was good.
That was good, right?
Yeah.
Oh my.
We'll prepare and we'll go and we'll do our best. We'll put them under pressure.